My student wants to hit Iridescent in Black Ops 6 ranked play, and to prepare, we're gonna go over Vault Hardpoint. What's going on, everyone? My name is Alyus, and if you're interested in coaching or my Discord, check it out in the description below. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Other than that, let's get right into the video. So this is P1 right here. P2 is over here in this bathhouse, or like this little...
Yeah.
And then
P3,
do you know where 3?
if I'm not mistaken, is over there. Like,
Yep.
Like in the middle area over here.
Yep, right here. P4. Do you know where P4 is?
I believe it's the building over there.
Perfect.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's the bottom building
okay.
right there. Perfect. So
yeah.
let's talk about like a good team hit for P1. So like no matter what, like I always think you can either send 3 people in P1 and then 1 player top hall, or you can send 2 players top hall, 2 players in time. Right now, it's probably best to send 3 players in time. So like you send an AR like right here to pre-aim left. You'd send an AR right here to pre-aim right, and then you'd have like a SMG player like closing the distance and like watching his top. And then obviously if they call out, yo, in the right room, 1 shot, this sub player can like fly in and go for a 2-piece and then come right back. Now the player up top over here, literally it's just be a head glitch. I mean, this is what the main AR player does. And if we all die,
we're all spawn.
And we all spawn right here. Yeah, if we spawn right here, that means the enemy is pushing our right lane. That means we have an enemy in our right lane already. And if there's an enemy in our right lane already, it's better if like everyone just kind of like just waits, right? Like you can, if you're an SMG player, you can just sit here and be like, yo, I have your back. And then your AR player can be like, bet I have your front. And or like right here's way better. Bet I have your front. And then we can have 1 player in time. And then our 4th player just needs to like, you know, chill or whatever.
Just stay in hill over here, basically.
Yeah,
Stay behind here, just like soak up time.
Exactly. Now, here's the funny part is if we're not spawning right here, and instead we're spawning all the way over here.
Yeah. Where? Let me see. Well, if you're spawning, then they're pushing. Then they're pushing up top.
Exactly.
Over there,
exactly. And normally, I recommend just like literally throwing grenades into these like 2 middle doors, and then like literally closing the distance. And like right here at this point, I just fight the hard point, and I just get the kill in the hard point.
Yeah.
And I slide into this wall right here. So like I make sure I like slide behind them.
Oh yeah.
Like this.
Oh yeah. Oh okay. Let me see. Trying to get that. So it's basically like this.
Exactly. And like you just got to take the gunfight inside, and you're not going to get wall banged from behind, or at least you shouldn't. Yeah, there's no way you can get wall banged. I would say rotating from P2 to P3, it's usually best to send 3 players on this left lane, and like all 3 players just like work all the way around. They push through P4 and they just flip spawns. That's their job. And then you just need 1 player over here. Just
to distract them, to make them think that they're coming in.
Exactly. And then you have 1 AR player that just literally sits up here and just like looks for the kills in the outside, looks for the kills middle. And then like once we see our teammates winning gunfights and everything, we know that these enemies are spawning behind us. So like this teammate can like, you know, back up to like this head glitch and then like hold it. So that's the 3-1 breakthrough, or like that's the 3-1 like push P2 to P3 rotation. The next one is just like literally just fighting the hard point and 4-man hitting the front. I'm sure you've got up to this head glitch, right? And like you just look over. It's such a good spot. So like you have 1 AR playing this. You can have 1 AR obviously pushing up to the head glitch right here. Ideally, you would have 1 sub laying in time watching middle. And then your other submachine gun player or AR should be like just holding middle as well. I always prefer literally just having a player middle and just like holding a pre-aim onto time. You soak up all the P3 time, and then once it's time to play P4, we all 4 push through the right, and we just bully out the right. That's what it's called. But now for P4, like it really is, you just got to make sure you control these spawns. And as long as you control these spawns, you want a player in each top building. So top art and then top P4.
Okay.
And then you want an AR player just playing over here in the back.
That's actually...
and
but
then,
for example, if somebody dies on here while they're pushing, where would they spawn out? This guy like beams me off my head, for example, over here. Where would I spawn then?
If he doesn't get past this line right here, if he doesn't get past right here, you're still going to spawn in the back. If he passes this building before you spawn in, you are now going to flip, and you're going to be spawning out middle, or you're going to be spawning out pool. Playing top art over here, obviously, when the enemies are rotating from P3 and P3 just ended, you would have to look the left lane because enemies are going to hit it. But the second we kill all 4 enemies, these enemies are only going to be spawning pool and middle, and this guy literally just needs to sit up here the entire time and just not die. And of course, you can like switch it up a little bit and go back and forth between the windows. So like you will literally spawn right here. Like this is the closest spawn you can get is right here. Like this is the closest spawn you can get. But let's say the enemies kill all 4 of us. They have a hard block. They send one enemy out here to hold middle. If they send an enemy out here to hold a poolside, that's going to spawn you all the way over here. Boom. You're now spawning right here. P3, it literally is just one team's going to be spawning over here, like literally right here, or maybe even right here. Obviously, if the enemies aren't pushing up, you're going to spawn right here. If the enemies are pushing up, you're going to spawn right here. But it really isn't that big of a deal. You're going to be spawning inside of bottom art, or you're just going to be spawning middle statue. So if the enemies aren't close, you're spawning bottom art. If the enemies are close, you're just going to be spawning a little bit middle statue. That's about it. So the main bad spawn that you're always going to be spawning at is going to be right here. Like literally right here. Boom. You're going to spawn in like this. And if the enemies push out and they're blocking this spawn, you're now going to end up spawning all the way right here instead. That if you're spawning bad side for P2, it's always worth your while to literally just 4-man hit middle. Like literally just all 4 of you guys just break through middle. Because the second we win gunfights, the enemies are now spawning behind us. But like right now, I would say we're pushing out too far that we're going to end up flipping. And that's where we don't want to flip. It's better if you stay like in that general area. Like just don't jump out the building. Your teammate flipped so you can turn around and watch your back now.
Oh,
boom. That's 4 dead. Those 4 enemies are spawning top left of the map. So if you push down the steps, they're all to your left. If you push down, all to your left. There you go. There's more. You can reload. You have stun grenades too. They got flash grenades though. If you look at your minimap right now, these enemies are spawning top right side of the map. Because your teammates are bottom right, you have a teammate top left, your teammates are bottom left, so the empty area is the top right. That's where all the enemies are.
Okay.
So like, yeah, right in front of you, you're gonna have like 3 people. You can stand on the pillar to your right. So that pillar right there, go stand on the hard point and just stand behind it. Yep. And now you can control hard point just like this. This is gonna be a very good spot when you're playing ranked play. Nice. They're all still spawning in front of you. They're all still gonna be in front of you. All right, that sniper is still up there. So annoying. Yeah, but thankfully we're gonna spawn at poolside now, and you can push through left right here. Nice. Okay. Nice. Get into hill. Get into hill. And then they're gonna be to your left. Go inside a hill and then to your left.
Oh.
You sure you got issues with movement? You're good, bro. They're all backdoor. They're gonna be backdoor to your left. Yep. Nice. And behind you, we flip. So now they're behind you. They're gonna be coming through that door right there. Yep, they're gonna push eventually. Any second. And they're probably rotating. Oh, there they are. I mean, they push for 3 seconds of hardpoint time, so... Oh, that guy's just camping in there. Yeah, so they might push you on your left. Nice. Eyes on enemy line. That guy's still sniping in the window, I think. Oh, he pushed up. Oh my, right, okay. You're a YouTuber, right? You're just undercover right now? What was that, dude?
Yo, I saw that video.
Yep, contesting in that one spot I told you about. That's good.
I'm dead. Oh, never mind.
That was a beautiful contest right there. Like, if we're playing ranked play and you're going for the win, that was a beautiful play. You guys pretty much won the game. We just got to, literally touch the next hard point. We pretty much. Oh, and you spawn in the back. Yeah, you just need a flying hard point and you win. That's literally all you have to do. You don't need to win a gunfight. You just need to fly in hard point. You just need to fly into the hard point and you win.
Yo.
I have my AR player literally throwing a grenade and landing it at their poolside to try and get these guys one shot. And then my AR player literally just pre-aims and shoots over. While me, the SMG player, literally off of spawn, I pull out my knife. I'm full sprinting. And then I get to this corner. And then I pull out my submachine gun. And at this point, I can play for these kills. and then I can play for the kills on P1. And then my other two teammates, these two guys over here, they'll just both be inside of P1 as well. Like they can, hold a pre-aim. Like if it's two ARs, they can hold a pre-aim, or if it's one sub, one AR, one sub can push up, whatever it may be.
Yeah, because here originally I told Speedy, which is the other guy, let's push the left lane here, because usually that's where they come from. And then obviously Ham goes top cap, but yeah, I could see your strat. And I always thought that the left lane, one guy always hits that late to flank. So I got Frog over there. Yeah, but yeah, I can see what you're saying.
If we know that they hit it late to flank, that's their fault. We just predicted them. We're gonna kill. But okay. I've seen FaZe Clan where they literally just have Celium literally just not dying, holding a pre-aim, and then we have an AR, and then the sub like just closing the distance and looking for the kill. Okay. And then obviously once we win the trades, we then cover our lanes, right? Where like, one person would just watch the left lane, one person can lay down on time, watch the front, this person has this, and then we pretty much just soak up all the time until it's time to push through. If we're spawning in that left side building, that just means they're like pushed up on the right, so we can expect that, and like you would want to use your grenades inside of here.
Gotcha,
like
just to clear
in. Yeah, and like if you spawn over here, it 100% means that there's an enemy pushed up somewhere. So just use your nades and like take the map. I like this pinch. And you're giving a great call out. You gave a great call out. Someone, hold pinch. Just to like make sure this is clear all across the board for everyone. I'm pinching hard block.
Yeah.
But either way, like good call outs. If they get the point, they get the point. Nice, 2 dead. Yep, exactly. They're spawning right next to you. Ideally, you spawn trap. And like, I wish I could see an overview on where your teammates are, because it really comes down to your teammates on like losing the gunfights. Like your teammate should not get 2-piece right there. Your teammate shouldn't even be challenging right there. Like you guys have control of the objective. You're making the play right now. They don't need to make a play. So like literally this guy over here, he could have just been laying down, holding a pre-aim. That's it. That's all he had to do. He didn't have to throw a shoulder. He didn't have to play aggressive. He didn't have to do anything. This guy just stay laying down. And then obviously this guy is hard blocking. So like this guy right here, he kind of like low-key sold. He's low-key sold.
Yeah.
Like, he's taking a challenge for no reason when you already called out you got the play. Because you would easily get a 2-piece, 3-piece, get traded out, and you still have 2 mates on time. So, oh yeah, we should just be flying. Right there, just be flying for the final trades. It's a 3v2. Play the math. Get the scrap time, because we're down by literally 15 points. That scrap time can tie us up.
Yeah, I just thought my teammates were going to do that.
Yeah, and it's a matter of you doing it. It's
it's
a group effort. And there's no like hierarchy to this or whatever. It's just literally these are like the 4 things that make you a good player, right?
Gotcha.
And that was a huge opportunity where you could have literally bumped with your teammates toward time, and you could have played the trades to soak up the rest of time. And then, your one teammate earlier that I said screwed you guys over, he failed at holding lanes. But you had that one teammate where you called out block spawns, and you did have that one teammate blocking spawns, right? So like these 4 things right here is what makes a good player. And if you're not doing these perfectly, that's where you can start getting better and rewatching your own gameplay and making sure you're doing these 4 things. Let's say there is like 30 seconds left of time right here. You could have just held your lane. You could have just said, guys, I have your entire front cross. This guy does not challenge at all. This teammate is bumping up because your teammate Frog just died. So this teammate would get to time and help your teammate, and then Frog would spawn up and Frog would be hard blocking. And then obviously if it's time to rotate, Frog can start rotating.
Yeah.
And I like this. Like this is a play call that you guys are making. Hey, let's use this scrap time and play for the flip and like, get new spawns for P4, P3. All right. So jump shotting is like the worst thing you can do in this game. But if you get way more reps, obviously you're going to be frying, but like right here, your best play is literally just get a slide cancel right, slide cancel left.
Yeah.
Like, just get another slide in right here instead of a jump.
Yeah.
That's all 4 dead though. Get time. One person watch middle. Your teammates anchoring. This is good. You're picking up lanes. This is perfect. Yep, and like you would want to throw a shoulder outside this right window and see if they're like going for a rotation. And then like right here, like you and your teammates can bump. Because what you just did was you did the right play, right? We're missing right lane. They could be rotating through right. So you literally come up here, you throw a shoulder. If you don't see anything, this teammate can bump to time, and now you can literally hold all of middle for your teammate from top middle.
Gotcha.
And old. Okay, so they're not pushing through the right lane. That was great time. And this is technically the money hill. We can soak up so much time right here. Decision issue, because like we killed 2 enemies, and like there's another guy middle named Grippy, and then boom, Mac. So the last 2 players we're missing is on P3, right?
Yeah.
Not only that, but like the enemies, because we don't have control of the hard point, these enemies are actually spawning close. So they're influenced to push through P3, and they're influenced to go middle.
That's true.
And because they're influenced to do that, literally all I need you to do is like literally just lay down, like literally right here, and look to your left and just like cut them off.
Yeah, everybody push to P3, yeah.
Yeah, literally. And like obviously the more you play this, the more you're going to be able to read that. But you know, you had a important cut right there and we missed it. Top out dead. These 2 guys are more than likely still spawning back here. Yep. And now this is where your teammates need to start advancing. I need you to be hitting way more routes right there. As the main SMG player, like I need you to still be like throwing shoulders over here and making them like not focus on the hill, so your teammates can bang it out. I like that you went back inside of this building, but man, since you're an SMG player, I would have loved it if you dropped down and then you could re-challenge through middle, or what's even better is you can literally bang out the hill with your teammates.
Yeah, that's true.
Because like that's what like, you know, a lot of sub players do is like the AR player would be like, oh shit, one guy is in our art. And then like he's holding art, and then you drop down middle, and then you just like hit the front hard point, and this guy is useless, and you guys are in a 4v3. Obviously your teammate wins a gunfight, so now you're in a 4v2. For some reason, the enemies just forget about you, which is awesome. Nice kill up top. And then same thing right here, you can finesse. Like you could literally pop your reload, you can hop out the window and then challenge through one of the doorways because he's expecting you to come down the staircase. Yeah, and like I do want to point out that like you guys don't have spawns for the new hardpoint, and because of that, you guys should actually play for scraps.
Yeah,
because you guys need time to break. You guys need time to try and flip the spawns. And I mean that right there is just kind of crappy because like obviously we get the spawns in the back and this enemy spawns behind us. It's again the enemy's fault for not having an anchor. And then like right here, I want to point this out. Like I've seen pretty much every pro team do this so far.
Yeah, 3 hit cat and 1 stays out.
Literally, you can triple hit cat, 1 stays out, or literally 2 can hit through middle, 2 can hit through cat, and we just take the backside and we flip them. And like that's just something as a team you guys can. It's gonna be hard to call that in the moment, but like if you guys are still teaming together. Before you guys get into your scrims or before you guys get into your next tournament match, whatever it may be, like you should tell them, yo guys, if we're spawning out for P2 on Vault, let's push through middle as a, you know, full squadron.
Definitely.
And like right now, this is beautiful bait and switches. We're flipping the enemies. They're spawning middle. So right now, if our teammate is still spawning out at Palm Tree, we're just getting parallel spawns. So those enemies spawn middle and they're gonna be flying out of middle. So your teammates off spawn should read that, and they should start looking middle. Yep, we could bump each other. Oh, bro, and this is perfect. The fact that these enemies rotated for new, guess what? You and your other teammate should exactly. Left side's open. Go for that flip, which it worked the first time, thankfully, but now we can definitely make it work this time. Like Reaper should spawn out as long as we're not blocking the back spawns. Okay, Reaper did not spawn out. Oh, yeah, Reaper did spawn out. Nice. 2 dead. And, like, obviously at this point, it's too hard to get the OBJ. It's too hard at this point. Or it's too hard to get the spawns. So it's best to, like, soak up this time. And, like, ideally what would happen is, you know, once again, we killed 2 enemies. We're in a 3v2. You can come here to soak up time, maybe get damage down. One of your teammates can obviously shoot over you, and then hopefully one of your teammates off spawn, or if there's a teammate close to you, they can just come middle and hold your middle. And then like we just soak up all of this P3 time, because we can do what the enemies did, soak up all the P3 time and then just push through the right. Because again, flipping these spawns are not easy, bro. It is not easy, but you're about to do it, thankfully, because these enemies just aren't picking up the lanes. But like you play against a pro team, you'll never be able to do what you just did.
Yeah.
Nice, but that should be a flip, and you can like start attacking the time. No way. Where are your teammates? Where are they spawning? This is what I was saying, like how the spawns don't make sense. Like, that's kind of crazy right there. Yeah, and I want to say like there's nothing wrong with this because like the enemy should know that you flipped, but now that you have a teammate here, now you guys should like just go and like just bang out the hill together. Like again, 2v3 right there, go bang out the time. We need time. Like we are down by 60 or we're down by 80, 90 points. Like we have to soak up as much time as we can. Like that scrap time is good. And like we just rotated too early, which again, like it's not necessarily your fault because we don't have the timer. Like you probably thought there was only 15 seconds left.
Yeah.
Turns out to be 30.
Yeah.
Which it's really crappy, honestly. Oh, but like this is where we got map control. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So this is where literally we get blessed with like just a setup. We all spawn into a setup. Boom. This guy is here blocking out the palm tree spawn. You have your teammate in the back that just literally needs to play his life and block the spawns. This is going to spawn
jump on point,
all the enemies middle. And yeah, exactly. All you need to do is just hop on point. And ideally, your teammate is going to spawn with you, and your teammate can like just like literally look over you. But even if that doesn't happen, your teammate would at least like spawn in and like be able to get info middle or maybe come help you on time. Yeah, like right here, we have spawn, we have map control. We need to get the enemies have to push you.
Yeah.
And like you could just waste so much time that it allows your teammates to like just find like good timings and good angles. Because what happened was like the second they kills you, they were like, oh, okay, we don't need to collapse on time. We only need to send one person instead of two, instead of three. Yeah, and like the comms are killed right now. It sounds like we kind of accepted loss already, and that's okay because we could just go next. But do you have any questions about that map?